channel.
Hey, you know what time it is.
What time is it, man?
Welcome everyone to another episode of The Beatdown, the segment and channel where two worlds collide. I am your host, Class. This is my co-host,
Mr. J. What's going on, guys? We are back at it again with another one for you. And if you like these videos or our content, go in the section below. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Make sure you turn on your notifications.
Yeah! And as always, guys, today's gonna be a good one because we're continuing our villain and anti-hero tournament. And yeah, it's just getting more and more interesting. So, representing this villain shirt because today I'm representing DC Comics Darkseid.
I am entering death.
Two different worlds were created. From them were two new gods because there was a war that went on. They got destroyed. Everybody got trampled. A new world was created out of it. Two different worlds, one good, one bad, and Darkseid ruled the bad side. So yeah, that is a super brief origin. Now we're gonna give you the other details into the powers, ability, and shall we? This is a long list. Okay. New god physiology, superhuman strength, superhuman speed, superhuman stamina, superhero cocktail, obviously invulnerability, healing, immortality, immunity to diseases, omega beam, telepathy, mind control, telekinesis, flight, / levitation, matter manipulation, energy enhanced strike, energy shield, force field, dimensional manipulation, soul manipulation, teleportation, size alteration. Whew, give me a second. Okay. Astral projection, cosmic sense, gravity, time manipulation, power distribution. Okay, now let's talk about the feats. In the crossover event, he was able to blast Silver Surfer with his own Omega Beam and actually do damage. And if you know who Silver Surfer is, that's one cosmic level being you don't want to mess with. Another crossover, he was able to manage to survive a blast from Galactus himself. Okay, that's saying something. Okay, some people would be like, how's that possible? But hey, they were like, yo, we're gonna write this in there. All right, he was able to break a Green Lantern ring, knock down Captain Atom, solo the team of Dark Stars by himself, which are like the opposite of like Green Lanterns, but they're very strong in their own rights. Able to fight a legion of superheroes. Yeah, a legion of superheroes, like Superman, Batman, everybody. All right. He intimidates the Lords of Chaos and the Lords of Order, who are the ones who instruct Dr. Fate on what to do. At once, John Constantine couldn't stop Darkseid from entering another realm, another universe. Got into a throwdown with Anti-Monitor himself, the guy, you know, who can change the universe and make it into something he wants. Yeah, he fought him. I mean, he didn't probably win, but he still fought him, and that's saying something, okay? Put down Batman's Hellbat suit, okay? So apparently a lot of people have been claiming, and I hate to say this because usually I'm a Batman fan, that, you know, Batman was winning in that fight, but unfortunately he was not winning in that fight. The Hellbat suit kept him from getting his butt kicked, but ultimately he got his butt kicked. I mean, if you see the fight, I mean, pretty nasty. And last thing I'll bring up is he threw down with Zeus. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, let's get into the end game. So, obviously, you've seen, if some of you guys are familiar with Darkseid in the comics, or you're familiar with Darkseid in the animated movies and series, well, let's just talk about the movie. Okay, there was a certain matchup that did occur between Trigon and Darkseid, so everybody will just make that be the point. They'll be like, oh, well, Trigon beat him there, so you saw him up. And then, yeah, there's a very valid point to that. I agree. That being said, Darkseid is a very, very brilliant god. You know, he's not just gonna, like, if he's gonna... The reason why Trigon had him is because he didn't even know he was coming. That's it. It was a full-on, like, surprise attack. That was it. That's how he caught him off guard. Because if Darkseid was ready for Trigon, he would have had weapons.
A win is a win.
Yeah.
A win is a win.
I'm just saying, like, yes, like, let's say given in a situation, you can make the argument that Trigon getting you off guard is a pretty good element of surprise. But at the same time, Darkseid was also throwing down with Superman. he was also having his own thing at the time. So let's say, hypothetically, if Darkseid wasn't throwing down anybody and it was just Darkseid who just happened to be fresh and ready to go against Trigon, I think the fight would have gone a little more equal rather than Trigon mopping the floor with Darkseid. Now, I do believe that Darkseid, knowing Trigon does exist because he's in his own realm, he would be prepared for something that big. So let's say hypothetically Trigon enters the world of Apokolips and he's in Darkseid's world. That is where things are going to get a little interesting. Because yes, Trigon has devoured plenty of universes or has conquered plenty of them. But we're talking about Darkseid. Darkseid is not a man you can defeat that easily. If so, they would have had him beaten by every superhero known to existence. But only people like Superman and so on have given him a run for money. Even Doomsday, and Doomsday is obviously a killing machine. Okay, so I do believe Darkseid's intelligence, being wise, he would be able to come up with a device or have his army throw down with Trigon as he's getting himself ready, geared up to throw down with him. Maybe even add a little extra juice to his equipment just to get him going in this fight. Another thing is that Darkseid obviously knows he has more backup plans. He's not the type of person to just give into one idea. He comes into several plans. He's a smart general. He's a smart leader. He's not just going to be like, oh, I'm going to focus on this one fight and because I'm so confident. No, he's going to have backup contingency plans. For example, Darkseid, while he's keeping Trigon occupied with his army, he could bring in from alternate universes, Supermans or other Darkseids. Look, there's not just one Darkseid. There are all multi-universes, which means that there are plenty of other Darkseids that could show up. So hypothetically speaking, Darkseid entering a realm with other multiverses Darkseid could come in handy. A vast variety of Darkseids coming to his aid to help against Trigon. Yeah, I'm gonna say Trigon is a tough cookie, but having a swarm army of Darkseids coming at you, no way. I mean, no freaking way. I don't care how strong you are. Trigon's going down if Darkseid's bringing an army of his own people from different universes. Because we're talking about, we're not even just talking, we're talking about, we could be talking about more steroid out Darkseid. We could be talking about more savage Darkseid. We could be talking about newer god Darkseid. We don't know what other universes they are that Darkseid brings in, and it might be people even much stronger than him, even much smarter than him, even with more weapons, maybe even someone who beat Trigon before. There's like numerous of opportunities for Darkseid to have the upper advantage if he brings his own. Now, let's say it's just Trigon and Darkseid for a cool minute. Darkseid is tough. Don't get me wrong. So, quick fight would be the best way to go about it. He would need to try to end Trigon quickly. Long uphill battle, I don't give it to Darkseid. Because, I mean, Trigon can go all day. He's devoured universes or he's conquered universes. So that takes a lot of time. And if you remember, like, his history from youth and all that stuff, he's done a lot of crazy things. He's really impressive. So I have to say Darkseid has to get it done quickly. Omega Beam wise, he's going to have to try to amplify his Omega Beam with some of his weapons somehow, because that's the only best bet. I feel like he's going to be able to penetrate any kind of skin through Trigon. Throwing blows, that's probably going to be his best way, but also keeping his distance, because you don't want Trigon to hit you with one of those hits, because if he hits him, it's over. So I think his best way is kind of doing Mayweather style, you know, kind of just avoiding getting hit. Just keep avoiding and getting that dodging going, because that's the only way he can for sure not get really taken down too quickly. So also on top of that, he has the boom tube. So if he needs to get himself out of a situation, maybe put Trigon out of an element that's not familiar with him, maybe put him somewhere out of space or somewhere where he doesn't feel too fond of. This might give Darkseid the upper advantage in some way. Remember, again, I will say that Darkseid's experience alone probably gives him the upper advantage, since Trigon has only been stuck in one element for so many years, while Darkseid has been traveling a long time, exploring the horizons, getting his options open out there. So I will say this, with Darkseid's knowledge, with Darkseid's ability to enter other multiverses and bring other characters to help him in the aid of a situation if he needs to, I think he has this in the bag.
Okay, well, unfortunately today, as the votes have played out, my character today is Trigon. Super brief origin of Trigon. He was a ruler of an alien planet, I believe. 3 divine beings came together to try to force the evil out of his body. So they fed him to something I believe called the Heart of Darkness. Well, he devoured it, absorbed its powers, and then killed them. And I believe he like took over the planet or something pretty much after that, didn't he? And then he just went to planet after planet, just
devouring worlds
spread
and the universes.
Yeah, in a not so PG way. He took a mate in every universe, right?
Yeah, just to ensure his his future. Yeah, think about that.
Yeah. We'll just say that, and that is the brief origin of Trigon. Yeah. I mean, we're gonna probably, give you all the powers and abilities and feats and all that, which will probably be listed here.
Powers, abilities, and feats. Demonic powers, divine powers, demonic physiology, superhuman regeneration, superhuman durability and strength, superhuman speed, reflexes and agility, flight, teleportation, telekinesis, reality alteration, magic, sorcery, mind control, illusion casting, soul consumption, evil, hatred, empowerment, darkness, dark force manipulation, pyrokinesis, energy projection, shape-shifting, size manipulation, immortality. At one point, he had a weapon that was like a power staff. He doesn't do that anymore, but yeah, he used that back in the old school days. And some of his feats. Okay, this is one of the craziest feats I've ever heard. Okay. At age 1, he was able to rule a planet. At age 6, he was able to destroy it. And by the time he was 30, he ruled the entire dimension. Okay, blasted planet just by looking at it. He destroyed Azarath, which is a dimensional existence between realms, and is the birthplace of Trigon and Raven. Stole the souls of a universe. Okay. At one point, he took 100 billion souls at once. He eliminated multiple universes, fought against Mixie, who is a 5th dimensional being.
So basically, going into my end game, Trigon is going to have to do whatever he has to do. Obviously, surprise attack would be best, as he's mentioned. And he's gonna have to prolong the fight, but he's gonna have to do this while trying to simultaneously stop Darkseid from either calling for help or receiving help. So that in itself is gonna be difficult. I'm pretty sure Trigon has the tools and abilities to do so and just drag out the fight, maybe even devour Darkseid's planet maybe while he's there. But I don't want to be that guy, but you've seen it in the movie already. I mean, it's not only been that they fought in the movie. I do believe they've fought in the comics once or twice, haven't they? I'm pretty sure at some point they probably
exchanged every now and then.
They've had to run into one another.
Yeah, at some point, yeah. And yeah, it's usually Trigon being the one in favor against Darkseid. And it makes sense, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. Trigon's ridiculously powerful, man. He's like, wouldn't you say like maybe he would be considered their Galactus on a slightly different view?
I would agree with that, because I mean, he is just a giant being himself. He's even bigger than Darkseid. It's not like they're on the same equal level of height.
He's like the size of a skyscraper or something.
Yeah, exactly. He's like a giant statue.
I'm pretty sure Darkseid has the ability to make himself bigger, doesn't he?
Yeah, I just don't know if he can go. And who knows? Like, if let's say it's even a contest, you know how they do that thing where someone goes on top of each other with their hands? I mean, Trigon is obviously already big, so can he get bigger? Can he make himself bigger? That's gonna suck if he can, because then like it's always gonna be like, oh damn it, reach this guy.
Yeah, if Trigon's able to do that, if he's able to cut the fight off and make it to where he's able to teleport himself, isn't he?
Trigon? I'm not. I don't remember.
Oh, he something about he can't leave his own planet or something. Like
Yeah,
that.
he can't leave, but I mean, maybe it's because he was trapped by what's her face, very Raven. That could be the reason why he wasn't able to be out there, because he was chained up, and that's why he couldn't get himself out. But can he teleport? I don't know. But is he fast? I mean, you can make the argument maybe speed and his ability of flight. He could obviously probably dodge a little more quicker, maybe. But based on being bigger than someone, I feel like Darkseid's gonna have a little more speed.
Trigon's obviously bigger.
Yeah.
Darkseid might be a little bit faster, just
Yeah.
I want to say because of the boom tubes.
Yeah.
But based on even experience, raw power, and just his freakish size, I'm gonna give it to Trigon.
But as always, it's not up to
It's
me.
not up to us.
Yeah, it's up to you guys. So, if you guys liked my argument, you know what you could do? You can hashtag Darkseid. And if you like my boy's argument, what'd you do, brother?
Hashtag Trigon.
And as always, No Praise fam, we really appreciate you guys. Catch you guys later. Peace.